The man was the most powerful auxiliary magician in the palace, because of his overwhelming power. It made the prince and other noble members think that their own abilities were impressive. The prince began to disdain the man's identity. Believing that the team didn't need the man's magical assistance, other teammates also started mocking the man's magic, saying it only slowed down their progress. The prince ignored the king's order and decided to expel Alec from the team and stripped him of his position as a court magician. Even after being expelled, Alec still completed a detailed 30-level maze guide that night. This was his final duty as a court magician. It was also his last task as a court magician. However, he couldn't even enter the palace gates. Alec didn't give up and asked another magician to deliver the guide to the prince. But the magician who received the guide just threw it away. Alec couldn't believe his hard work was so dismissed. It was at that moment that he truly understood the meaning behind his master's words. His master had advised him to never become a court magician if given the chance, because the kingdom was far more complicated than he had imagined. But at the time, Alec didn't listen. He still believed he could change the rules with his efforts. In the end, he was expelled from the palace just like his master. Alec believed that during his 4 years as a court magician, he worked hard every day and never neglected any duty. Just when he didn't know what to do next, he unexpectedly heard the perfect time to fulfill that promise. Although Alec had just been dismissed, he felt a bit insecure, but Ascens said that none of that mattered. She needed Alec. This made Alec feel a warmth he hadn't felt in a long time. So, he immediately agreed to her invitation. The two of them arrived at a new city. Ascens decided to help Alec register as an adventurer first. That way, they could go together to challenge the 52nd floor of the maze. However, when they arrived at the guild, they ran into a problem to enter levels above 30 in the maze. A pass was required, and according to the rules, only members who have been registered for over 2 years could apply. Ascens was visibly displeased when she heard this. Even though she had already contacted someone for help, they still had to wait some time. Ascens, if it were the old Alec, these kinds of monsters wouldn't have been a problem at all. Hearing this, Alec suddenly realized he was no longer the court auxiliary magician he once was, but now he was a core member of this adventuring team. In the end, he successfully happy as well.